And now let's get into our semi-main featured bout.
Bout number 10 in the open class division. In the red corner, representing the Esquibel boxing team, Jesus Banuelos Jr. His opponent in the blue corner, representing the Casanova Boxing Club, HERBERT DIAZ.
So our semi-main event tonight here on the 8-Count Boxing Hour in its entirety will feature Herbert Diaz from Casanova's Boxing Club of Albuquerque taking on Jesus Banuelos Jr. of Esquibel's Boxing Club, also of Albuquerque. Round one underway. This is the 132-pound open class division. Jesus Banuelos Jr. in the red, white, and green trunks. His opponent, Diaz, is in the blue trunks. Herbert Diaz, a good aggressive boxer, good stand-up style. Jesus Banuelos Jr., kind of a good moving style, also a pretty good stand-up style. Maybe a little bit of that Kronk Boxing Club style. You see that left hand low, a lot of good foot movement from Banuelos. He can move in and out. He has pretty good power. A young man who is highly regarded here in New Mexico. He is our state Golden Gloves champion. And he's been featured here on the 8-Count Boxing Hour a few times. You're probably familiar with Jesus Banuelos Jr. We've kept a good eye on this young man. Right now you see him just kind of working on Diaz, trying to figure him out now. Herbert Diaz with a real standard, straight-up style. Both men are right-handers. We're at the newly renovated South San Jose Community Center. They did a real nice expansion of the gym, and hosting the boxing show here tonight, Jorge Casanova, the host of this boxing show, inviting us down here, the cameras of Channel 27, to bring this action to you folks here in your own homes right now. And right now you're looking at Jesus Banuelos Jr. in the red, white, and green trunks taking on Herbert Diaz in the blue trunks. And there you see, working around. He's tricky. He's working and getting that left hand in there, trying to set his man up with that jab. Herbert Diaz right now being a little bit defensive. There you see Banuelos attacking with the left hand. Comes back with a good body shot. Right hand at the body lands. And Banuelos just kind of figuring his man out. Both fighters fighting a very patient fight here, being very cautious with their opponent. Jesus Banuelos, the young man who is considering turning professional, and a lot of people here in the state of New Mexico anxiously waiting for that to happen. But Jesus has also expressed a desire to take a shot at the 2000 Olympic team. And right now you see him taking a warning from referee Merv Nephew. So Jesus with some choices to make, whether to go pro and try to make some money with this sport, or to stick in the amateurs and try for a shot at glory at the year 2000 Olympic team. And again, you can see Banuelos working with that left hand. He's got a real nice left hand, controlling the fight with the jab and the movement. And now you see him come in with the right hands, straight in with the right hand leads. And that ends the first round. Jesus Banuelos Jr. and Herbert Diaz here on the 8-Count Boxing Hour. And now we look into the corner of Jesus Banuelos Jr. That's his trainer, Freddie Esquibel, with his back to you. Freddie and Jesus have been together a long time, and they've gone a long way together. A good working relationship between these two. Been very successful for Banuelos, who has a fine amateur record. And right now we peer into the corner of Herbert Diaz, who is trained by Jorge Casanova, who has come to the United States from Cuba. And you know that Cuban boxing is big. And we're lucky to have Mr. Casanova here in the state of New Mexico to train the boxers here with the Casanova Boxing Club. That is not Mr. Casanova talking to him there in the corner, but he does fight for Casanova's Boxing Club. Jorge Casanova, the host of this show, so he's got a lot of work to do behind the scenes, but he also has his boxing team in action. We're just about ready for round 2 here. And the buzzer sounds. We've got round 2 underway now, scheduled for 3 132-pound open class division. Herbert Diaz in the blue trunks, blue gloves. Jesus Banuelos Jr. in the red, white, and green trunks with the red gloves. And again, you can see Banuelos with that shifty style, kind of shifting his weight, moving in and out now, a little bit of bounce to his style. And you can see him now pop forward with that jab. Again, a good 2-punch combination there from Banuelos. Jesus very loose and just kind of sticking and moving here. Looks like that'll be his game plan tonight. We have seen him go out with power and attack his opponents, but this time it looks like the plan is stick and move, just nice boxing, working with that jab. And Diaz just seems to be pretty much in a defensive posture here, just trying to stay out of the way of the shots of Banuelos. Diaz needs to open up here if he hopes to win this bout. Not doing much in the way of scoring so far. Dan Cisneros at ringside, and you're watching us here on the 8-Count Boxing Hour here on Community Cable Channel 27, public access to television in Albuquerque. And now you see Banuelos moving in and banging to the body, and he's got a good body attack. Banuelos lands some good body shots there in that sequence. Diaz getting away from him, and you can see that it's Banuelos who's pushing Diaz back in this fight. Again, Banuelos moving in with that left jab, jabbing to the body. And you can see Banuelos with bounce. He's up on his toes. Looks like he's just having fun in there, working his man over here. Again, Diaz hesitant to open up on Banuelos because he gets countered when he does. And you see Banuelos dig with that left to the body. A little bit of that Johnny Tapia in his style there with that nice left hand to the body. Of course, the South San Jose Community Center was the breeding grounds for great fighters like Johnny Tapia, the world champion, and also world title challenger Daniel Pitbull Perez. Both fighters trained here at the South San Jose Community Center, and now a warning goes to the corner of Banuelos from referee Merv Nephew. And I don't know if they were coaching a little bit too much for him, but he puts the word to the corner there to quiet down. And Banuelos sticks a good left-hand jab to the head of Diaz. And again, the right hand's in there quick from Jesus Banuelos. Banuelos again with the left hand, and you can see that this fight is totally in the control of Jesus Banuelos Jr. Again, Jesus just walking his man down, pretty much popping at will. Neither man has been down, but it's Banuelos doing all the scoring here in the second round. Again, you see him leap in with that left hook to the head. And Herbert Diaz just looks a little bit outclassed here tonight. Hardly able to score on his opponent, Jesus Banuelos, at the end of the second round. So again, we look into the corner of Jesus Banuelos Jr. as we just about get ready to start round 3. 132-pound open class division here at the South San Jose Community Center. Thanks for joining us tonight, by the way, everyone. Amateur boxing coming to you here on the 8-Count Boxing Hour. We did that show from South San Jose about a month ago, and we got a lot of nice response on that show, so we brought the cameras right back to the next amateur show in town, and we're bringing you some more amateur boxing. Be sure to write to us and let us know what you like to see. If you like kickboxing, professionals, amateurs, just let us know, and we'll try to get it on for you. And right now you see Jesus Banuelos right back to where he left off. Moving forward, little bobbing and weaving, bending at the waist, coming in now with either hand. And again, Herbert Diaz taking that backward step, and there's a good right hand from Banuelos getting in there. And be sure to stay tuned for our main event tonight. Raymond Zamora from the Showdown Boxing Club of Santa Fe, New Mexico will be taking on Joseph Brady, who fights for the South San Jose Community Center boxing team. That'll be our main event. And right now you see in complete control of this match, Jesus Banuelos Jr. And there you see him landing the right hand again as he moves in on Diaz. Diaz makes a nice move to step out to the side and get away from the attack. But here goes Banuelos again, opening up with the right hand now. And you can see Herbert Diaz just kind of stepping back and being defensive. eating a lot of leather. He tried a right hand there, but no effect. Herbert Diaz, he's got the heart. He's willing to go with this guy, but he just doesn't have the ability to match up punch for punch with Banuelos Jr. Of course, Jesus Banuelos is a nationally ranked amateur, really a world-class amateur fighter, and you're looking at, you can see the difference here in the two, as Herbert Diaz is just kind of not quite to that level yet. And you can see Banuelos just, you can tell that he's feeling good. He's just having fun in there, getting a good workout, really in control of this fight. And now you see Diaz getting a little bit offensive. And of course, Banuelos puts a stop to that and steps out back into the center of the ring now. Jesus Banuelos, oh, and he misses with a big right hand. Boy, he just grazed him with that right hand. And there's a right hand getting in again, the overhand right from Banuelos. And now you see Diaz trying to answer back. And a warning goes to Banuelos. Jesus now back to the bouncing style, circling to his left and trying to get things started with that left hand. The left hand of Banuelos really controlling this match tonight. There he tries a little uppercut, comes back, misses with the left hand. And the two tangle up here. Referee Merv Nephew separates them. And Banuelos coming in now with a little bit of attack mode here on the part of Jesus Banuelos. Oh, a big left hand from Banuelos. And that stings his opponent, and looks like it's, I think he's going to give him the 8 count here. The referee calls Banuelos over to the corner, to the neutral corner. Boy, Diaz has been really way behind on points, and he was getting hammered there, and he took a big left hand there, and referee Merv Nephew jumped in, and they're talking in the corner there. It looks like they might just put a stop to this one. I think Diaz has about had enough. Looks like his corner wants to call this one off. And that's it. Referee Merv Nephew waves his hands, and your winner, as the referee stops the contest in the 3rd round, Jesus Banuelos Jr. with another impressive performance here. Jesus well on his way to do pretty much whatever he wants. Let's go up to the ring announcer.
Foul number 10. I can handle it. In the red corner, Jesus Banuelos Jr.
So a very complete performance by Albuquerque's Jesus Banuelos Jr. as he wins this one over Herbert Diaz.